Okay, hi everybody. I am here to talk about She-Hulk, and honestly, I absolutely loved it. I sat there every week watching it, just really enticed in all of it and what they were doing. And then every week after I'd finished, go and talk to my friends about it, and I've not heard one complaint. Honestly, all the complaints I've heard are just trolls online, you know. With just stupid things to say about it. Just it's so stupid. Honestly, I don't understand how anyone can sit there and say, "Ah, well, it's all stupid because she's a woman. Why is there a She-Hulk? Why does she have powers? Why does she find it easier to be a Hulk than he does? Why didn't she struggle?" Well, if you watch the show, she did struggle, but in a different way. Not everybody has to struggle the same way. It's stupid, you know? Not everyone has to physically struggle with becoming a superhero. Maybe their struggle is in another area, in their personal life, you know? And that's exactly what it is. And it stayed true to the comics because she didn't really have that issue as much as I've read. I've not read the comics per se, but I've read up on them. Okay. There's some key things of why I really like it. Some really key things, right? Aside from, and I said this the other day on, it might have been yesterday actually, on Mr. Geek Drum's Lance Ringgold's podcast live stream, and it was how everything came full circle, right? If you see, I forget what it is now. Hang on, I'm gonna have to have a look. So it's like Lewis Campbell, or popularized recently again by Dan Harmon in his description of Rick and Morty and stuff. But there's a structure of telling stories that goes in a circular fashion, right? And that's, for me, that's entirely what She-Hulk done. Like the first line of taking responsibility for being a hero and who and what you are for it, you know? Bruce, his whole time, we're talking to her in episode 1 when it wasn't a matter of containment for safety, when that was abolished for the realization of, oh wow, she's actually more capable than I am, and that's great. And then the only thing he felt then was like a bit of jealousy, and it wasn't even toxic. Do you know what I mean? That's when jealousy for me is like, jealousy is jealousy. Is like, then it kind of becomes like envy, because like some jealousy can be a good thing. Do you know what I mean? It can be a motivator. It can be a case of, oh, that looks great, you know. I kind of want that, you know. I feel bad I don't have that. I'm going to aspire to work to that, you know. It can be that kind of thing. When it's toxic, it's bad, you know, obviously. But as well, Nikki. She was there telling her to control her narrative. Everyone sat there talking about you, saying you're this way, you're that way, and they have no information to base that on. They've literally heard a name or they've seen a picture, and that's it, you know? So control your narrative, tell everyone who you are, show them what and who you are, you know? And Emil said the same thing to her. So the first 3 episodes were setting up how the finale was going, right? And if at any time during the show that was on for, 9 weeks? 9 weeks, so 2 months. And then all of the time before that, people had to look up She-Hulk online, or even read a comic, you know? At any point, they could have typed in She-Hulk, fourth wall breaking, She-Hulk comics, what is she known for? You know, things of that nature. And they would have seen that she literally has come out of the panels. She literally turns the page. You know, there's things that she's done, and she's done this in the comics years and years ago. You know, and everyone talks about, oh, it's not comic book accurate. If anything, it's too comic book accurate for these people, and that's an issue. Make your minds up. It's either comic book accurate or it's too comic book accurate. What's your problem here? You know? So yeah, The retreat episode, though, oh my god, episode 7. Wow. I have rewatched that episode so many times, either just out and about, like on my way to go and do stuff, or sat at home, because it's such a good episode. Like, it stands well by itself, but it stands well as well in the show. Just the way the group bounces off each other, Mamble and Porcupine and Elaguela, I think his name is. I'm butchering the hell out of that. I know I am. But yeah, no, it's just such a fun show. I know for everybody there was like a little bit of a dip when it was just Jen at the wedding. I want to say episode 6. But then again, that set up everything else. You know what I mean? Oh my god, I was so happy when she took Hulk Bro's powers away, and she made the terrific point that it is not Todd that is the villain. It is not his powers that is the villain. It is Todd himself. It is his actions, and it speaks so much more to who she is, that's how she wants to take care of him. Do you know what I mean? Like, you sit there and you just punch on the guy, and he's not going to feel it as much because he's a Hulk and he's going to heal quite well anyway. So all you're doing then is kind of just like reinforcing who he wants to be then, because then he's a supervillain. You're just beating him up. Do you know what I mean? But deal with him on a personal level, and one that speaks to the horrible human he is. And then that sends a bigger message, you know? And I thought that was fantastic. I really did. Absolutely love Scar. Sakaar? Yeah, no, Scar from Sakaar, right? My mate Leah was like, oh yeah, I call this. He's coming in it. I'm sure he's coming in it. I was like, no, they're saving that for the movies. Of course they'll save that for movies. That's like a whole thing. Like, why wouldn't they? And then, like, there he is. Fresh face and looking adorable, like, all shy. And of course he's going to look like that. What, they think everybody thinks he's just going to start rage hulking at a family dinner? Fuck off. What the hell? Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, he's supposed to turn up big, mean, and green and angry at a picnic. Shut up. I mean, come on. It's ridiculous. Of course he tries to make an effort. Of course he does. I'm very much excited to see him in future projects. And I'm really excited about She-Hulk season 2. I was hoping to see her in a movie. Because I had this idea that basically anytime that there's any legal trouble, unless She-Hulk and Daredevil, Matt Murdock, like, make that job title very rewarding, you know, generally. So then, like, that's why there might be more people, like, to interact with. To say, like, if someone had any legal drama in the MCU, I would expect Jen/She-Hulk to turn up, or Matt Murdock, right? But then, like I said, like, if everyone's like, oh, you know what? She-Hulk's really cool. I want to be like She-Hulk. And then they're there and, like, in school and stuff or whatever. Then they decide to branch into superhuman law as opposed to, like, I don't know, like financial or health or whatever. I don't know, you know. So there could be, like, a widening there. But at the moment, that's what you would expect, you know. But Kevin's a little bit sore, so we might not see her until season 2. Which again is okay because they've got, like, a lot of balls in the air. Also, while I've got everyone listening, I was sitting there like, how have we had Rintar? Do you know what I mean? A big green magical bull. How have we had that and not, hey bud, hi, meow. How have we had that and not seen a vampire? How have we not? You know what I mean? Just on a job, you know? Like, just being a criminal, just out and about, you know what I mean? Like, there should be, it's such a wide enough universe now that they could have other things in there that they're trying to set up, right? But then if you've got, and have for centuries and centuries, as was shown in Werewolf by Night, a whole, like, council and like organization of people that are there policing, well, not even policing, trying to just genocide all magical creatures, good or bad, you know, then I can understand them not wanting to just be like, peekaboo, hi, you know. So Werewolf by Night explained it quite well for me, so I'm really happy with that. Very much looking forward to seeing Blade. I'm a little bit upset that there wasn't much fighting in it so far. I hope they switched it up, because I'm sure Mahershala Ali can absolutely bring it. I know he's much more than just presence. Do you know what I mean? Like yeah, I can't wait. Looking forward to Black Adam. I'm gonna be putting a review of that up. What's next? Let's have a look. I will also be doing a kind of thoughts on Stargirl so far and where I think it's going to go. And yeah, just going to be putting up some more content. Let me know what everybody's thought of She-Hulk. Yeah. I'm also going to be doing one from my favorite movies. I keep shilling these things, but I need to just talk about why I love them. And then, yeah, hopefully people will like them as well. I mean, Hellbound, right? Hellbound. That is such a good show. I'm dying for season 2. I have nothing but questions. Midnight Mass is a limited series. Both of them on Netflix. But so I'm not expecting any more of that. But it still left a massive impression, and it's still such a good show. Just oh my god, and what's crazy? Okay, I'll get into it there. Yeah, just let me know what you guys what everyone thought of She-Hulk as a whole. Be nice and respectful to the show. Even if you have criticism, you haven't got to be ridiculously rude about it. You know what I mean? So just be nice about the respectful about the show, even in a criticism. Be respectful to each other, and that's it.